Welcome everyone. Danielle here from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I hope you're doing well this evening. Thank you so much, those of you who are here. Hello, future someone. If you are here live, go ahead and use that chat. Make any requests you have for personal healing, or if there's a specific crystal or crystals you want to work with, go ahead and I will include those in the grid. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're watching on the replay, you're guaranteed to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out the description. It has all the days and times that I am here live. It's same days and same times every week, and right now it is 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday. So yeah, let's go ahead. The way this generally works is for the first roughly half hour or so, I spend some time building a crystal grid with all of you. It'll be unique to our particular healing intentions today. After that, I'll briefly explain what Reiki is for those who are new to the concept, and then I'll spend about a half an hour sending healing to you wherever and whenever you happen to be. So without any further ado, let's see what's going on here. Hey everybody, hi Grace, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I hope your back's better. Let's see, future someone, prehnite, sugilite, sapphire, iolite, nuummite, and fire agate or fire opal. I have all of the above. Heart healing, you got it. Okay, so let's see. And anyone else, there's still plenty of time to go ahead and request any healing intention or specific stone, either one, a little bit of both, sounds good to me. Let me go ahead and grab my prehnite. It's way back behind me, and I'm actually going to go ahead and switch the camera over so you can see the crystal grid as I build it. Here we go, and this is my piece of prehnite. It's in rough, as you can see. And this green here, you can see some more of the prehnite. Yeah, oh, I love this stone. So this will be our center stone. Yay! There we go. Oh, I love it. And sugilite. Yeah, I have fire opal, sapphire, iolite, nuummite. Karen, good to see you. Letting go of anxiety and things you cannot control. Mind-body balance. Dental and digestive issues for a family member. Absolutely. Lots of folks with dental and digestive stuff. So let's do obsidian. Heart. Letting go of things you cannot control is definitely an amethyst time. Okay. Mind-body balance. And what do we want to use for the heart today? So many options. Let's start with sugilite. So, I use sugilite for anything having to do with the heart center and even anxiety. It can be great for both. As I usually do, I have a couple of books nearby. We can always check in. I don't like to get tunnel vision. I like to check in on what other folks do and how they work with other stones. So let's see Let's see what Cassandra Eason has to say about sugilite. I love it for heart center. Uses it very much the same reasons I have. Also uses it for balancing between intuition and connection to the spirit world with your everyday life, which is not a way that I use it. But this is one that I use a lot for resolving inner hurt, especially for, and she uses it very much the same way I do, emotional hurt, especially when it's related to parental connection, either like loss of parents, separation from parents, anyone who is estranged from parents or anything like that, which is me. So yeah, it's one that I use a lot for that. Yeah, but it can be great for just anxiety and the heart chakra in general. And hey, gotcha. Hey Susan, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Absolutely be here. Suck up all the healing you can. So sorry you're going through another one. Okay, so yeah, this is one that I very often use for really, really heart-centered, especially like family alienation kind of stuff. So that's sugilite. I'm actually going to put sugilite right in the middle of the prehnite. I believe this is the only prehnite I have, so it's going to have to, by default, be our center stone. We have for digestive stuff and also for grief, if anyone's having any of that, this is black obsidian. It can be really helpful for digestive stuff. It's another one that I never really used it for that. I used it more for the emotional considerations. And we were here one night and everybody had a digestive issue, and I looked up some new options, and yeah, black obsidian was pretty much a dream. So we're gonna use that tonight. We have for teeth and also calming the mind, we have fluorite. We have both clear, there's clear, green, and purple. Let's do balancing the mind and body, bringing back endurance and energy after illness or injury or surgery, also directing the healing exactly where it needs to go, whether or not you know where that is. Our good pal rutilated quartz. So let's see. We have our Iolite by request. Iolite is a stone that has many, many reasons, purposes, uses kind of thing. I most often use it for anytime anyone is working with mediumship, whether they're challenged with connecting, or even more so if they're challenged with not so much the connecting but grounding enough to bring the messages through. Uh, Iolite helps to move the messages, the ideas, thoughts, the wisdom that comes from spirit and helps us to articulate it. So this can also be a great stone if you are sort of putting it out there. Hey, I'd like some guidance. Hey, universe, tap me on the shoulder. Let me know what's up. This can be a great stone to help you kind of see the way. Hear and better see and hear and be able to understand what's coming of your intuitive time. Love it. Amethyst for letting go of the things that we can't necessarily control. Also really good for anxiety, depression, it's also considered a great 12-step stone in that it is used very, very often for folks in 12 steps. It's often a gift that's given to people in the 12 steps. Think of it as a very serenity prayer kind of stone. Let's see where we have room for you today. I feel like I want to... This is a little bit more of a chevron quartz, or chevron amethyst. See how it has the white and it kind of articulates up. This type of amethyst is also really good for connection to the divine, like sending our wishes up to the heavens to ask for support. So I'm going to put that in there. I feel like that vibe goes along with the Iolite pretty well too. Okay. We have Sapphire for help with intuition. This is an incredible stone of intuition, sapphire. This is raw sapphire. This is what raw sapphire, not necessarily like gem quality sapphire, looks like. They are very, very hard. It's a very hard stone. Blue corundum. And this is how they form in nature. This is how they haven't been cut into these shapes. It is an overwhelmingly effective stone of connecting to our intuition, spirit, and the divine. So it can be ungrounding if you're using it for that intention without using some grounding stones, which we will definitely be using some grounding stones today. So let's see where we would like to put this. Let's balance the Iolite with that so that we can not only get the messages, but understand them. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that works well. So that's sapphire. Nuummite is a crazy old stone. It's almost 4 billion years old. It's very, very old. This is only mined in Greenland and is only mined a few months or several months out of the year because of the ground just being so frozen. And as you can see, it is very dark black, but then as you twist it and turn it, you get these glints of light reflection. This is called Labradorescence. It's not Labradorite, it's not the same stone, but it reflects light just like a Labradorite would. This stone, nuummite, is used for helping to, as we go through the darker times of our life, as we go into our spirit healing, as we go into our shadow self healing, as we heal like the deeper, darker stuff that we've been avoiding for a while potentially, it helps us to, as we go through it, get inspired to not only keep going, but inspired to find new possibilities of ourselves. And that's what these flashes of gold light are. It's just like a flash from spirit of, aha, here's something else. Here's an idea. Here's something that can be helpful. So we'll put some nuummite in here. You guess someone might be running late. Yeah, let's see. Copper, herkimer, prosperity. Yes, and the oral facial and pain already requested, absolutely. So let's do copper. Copper helps to move the energy in an optimal way. Just like it moves electricity, it helps move energy like Reiki. So it's a wonderful element to work with when we are doing healing work. So yeah, so that's for oral and teeth. I'm going to get some more pain stones, definitely some celestite, but I might even get inspired by a book. Happy Friday! Disconnecting from others, you absolutely got it. And thank you. I feel like it's a pretty arrangement too. It's really coming together. Let's see. I know what I use for pain, and we'll probably bring out some celestite, but what does Philip Perma use for pain? Because we've been having a lot of pain requests, so let's see what else we can do. Actually, Philip Perma uses Chevron Amethyst for pain, which I've already felt to toss in there. So here we go. That helps. What else can we bring? Yeah, celestite definitely does the trick. I'm going to put some in there. Yeah, and rose quartz and howlite. So let's see. So celestite is our usual go-to for any kind of pain. And it also helps to connect us to our angels. So let's start with that. Put it close to our amethyst here. Amethyst in general can also aid tooth pain for anybody who's dealing with tooth stuff. And howlite, I don't usually think to use howlite for pain reduction, but it's suggested here, so let's add it, and we'll keep it near the celestite so that maybe they can work together. Yeah, I also feel stronger energy from Chevron Amethyst than regular amethyst. And that one in particular is pretty potent. That one was a gift, actually. There we go. Howlite's this beautiful white stone that I often use for like anger, resentment type issues, like those difficult emotions. It can really help us to process that and move it through. There we go. And it's recommended for pain, so I put it near the celestite, so hopefully they can work together and maybe we found a new buddy. And so celestite, that. Disconnecting from the energy of others. Prosperity stones. prosperity, definitely prehnite can help with that to a point. We'll use our old trusty red tiger eye for cardiovascular as well as protection and grounding, because with our friend Sapphire, we could really use some grounding, but it also brings in that manifestation energy. Some herkimer, which also helps us connect with our guides as well as helps us to manifest. And then I want to do some energetic boundary stones. Actually, let's put the herkimer right there. Some grounding stones on the outside. Let's see. Energetic boundaries. I feel like definitely some black tourmaline, which can also help with anybody doing any work in regards to the intuition. Lots of black tourmaline, and what else to help separate energy? I'm gonna go ahead and use our old friend carnelian to help with the relationships. This can help with relationship boundaries and who owns what, like this is me, this is you. That can help a lot with separating from the energy of others. Black tourmaline helps repel negative energy and energy that would want to like kind of overstep its boundaries. I've used this to sew curtains of protection between my apartment and neighboring apartments. So it's great for that. Separating from the energy of others, also red tiger eye, excellent. That's even good for like the super negative side of that. Like when there's someone wielding energy inappropriately, it can be good even on that kind of extreme. And then this helps with the boundaries of relationships, like who am I, who are you, where do I stop, where do you begin, all that kind of stuff. Chevron Amethyst. So chevron, kind of like the wavy lines. I'll type it into the chat. There we go. Chevron Amethyst. I'm going to go ahead and put some right here, some carnelian. This will also help with the grounding of a lot of this energy, because we have a lot of grounding stones and a lot of very intuitive stones, so it's a very beautifully balanced energy. And before we dive into what is Reiki and the healing, I want to see what somebody else says about prehnite, because I know I use it for like spiritual teaching, spiritual lessons, and also teaching Reiki classes. It can be great for learning things on the spiritual level. But I want to see what some other folks think. Oh, there you go. So for physical benefits, this is definitely along the lines of like regenerating energy and stamina. So that can be really good for Susan for recovering from surgery. Can also be a great stone of unconditional love, relationship crisis. Yep. And then everything I usually use it for. Anything else? It also, there's an indication here for it helping to relieve tension between like workplace folks. So I feel like it could also really be empowering our carnelian with tension between relationships and different, where do I stop and where do you begin kind of energy. But yeah, prehnite I use a lot for best synthesis of spiritual lessons. I'm not sure. I don't know that I've specifically worked with amethyst from Uruguay. It's hard to say. Like, the amethyst that I come across is from everywhere. Like, there's tons of amethyst that you can find in like the southern US, and then there's lots that comes from like Brazil because there's tons of mining there. So that's a good question. I'm not sure. I'll see if I can dig some up. I'll reach out to my contacts and see if anyone has any amethyst specifically from Uruguay. That's a good question. But we're going to go ahead into describing what Reiki is. But before we do that, we have our favorite thing, and that's I'm going to suggest 2 different crystals. You all will vote on which one will come into the grid. And while you're voting on that, I'll go into my spiel about what Reiki is. So let's see what feels like it could fit. So, rutilated smoky quartz. So we already have rutilated quartz. This brings in the element of smoky quartz, which is not only protective, but it also helps optimize the flow of Reiki energy and helps us to come into this idea of things happening in their divine timing and being okay with that. But yeah, the rutils help to send the energy exactly where it needs to go. I almost forgot your fire opal. Fire opal does many things, but it's especially sacred to the shamans in that it's deeply protective. It can help keep you hidden in different spiritual realms. I'm going to go ahead and add that onto the center here because I only have the one. And fossilized wood, in addition to being very, very grounding, it helps us to come to terms with the bittersweet of change. Wood as a tree, the tree had to die in order for it to become a stone. So it has that wisdom of bittersweet changes and going through all of those phases in between and all of the things that can come of that and all of the vulnerabilities therein. So go ahead and let me know which stone you prefer to add to the crystal grid. You want rutilated smoky quartz or petrified wood? Use the chat to go ahead and vote. And if you haven't already, if you could go ahead and like the stream, it really helps folks to find me. And I'm just going to take a moment to discuss what Reiki is. So I'm Danielle Stimpson. I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 13 years. Most of my, actually all of my teachings at the moment due to COVID are online. So you can actually learn about all of my online Reiki certifications if you look in the description box. You'll also find all of my social media, my community Discord, and my crystal shop if you're interested. But all of that aside, Reiki is the particular style that I work with comes from Japan, and it's based on the concept that, well, everyone and everything has energy, and we're made of energy. There are many different styles, types, frequencies, if you will, of energy through the universe. And one of them is the spiritually guided life energy, or Reiki in Japanese, that helps to, it's basically like the building block energy. So by bringing this in, it allows our body, mind, and spirit to kind of let go of what no longer needs to be there, fills in the gaps of what's already left, and it helps us to find a general sense of balance within ourselves, body, mind, and spirit. We can also think of it like this. We're water beings on a physical level. We drink water all day long. We're mostly made of water. We don't really think about the fact that we're mostly made of water. And whenever we drink water, we don't have to consciously think about all of the things that Reiki is going to do in our bodies. It just happens. And it's very similar with Reiki. We're made of energy, whether we acknowledge it, realize it, or believe it or not. At the same time, Reiki energy flowing through us all the time, connecting all of us and uniting all of us on the level of, we have our own individual energies and our own fields that are ours. But there are these other energies that we all share in. When Reiki is available in a greater amount, our body, mind, and spirit automatically know what to do with this energy, automatically know how best to apply it, how to direct it, what it can do to help us the most. And that's different moment to moment. It always meets us where we're at, much like water always finds the lowest point. So by receiving Reiki, essentially what I'm doing is connecting to this energy that already we're all connected to and is flowing through you. And I'm essentially directing more of it to you. And your body, mind, and spirit will go ahead and bring that energy in and support exactly where you need it right now, today. To receive it, all you need to do is pretty much be open to it. I suggest that you get nice and comfortable, sit up, lay down, close your eyes or not, and simply chill out and see how it shows up for you. Notice what you feeling in your body, what you feel in your emotions, what thoughts come to mind. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You don't have to focus on anything the whole time, although you certainly can if you want to. But my advice is to simply be. And if you feel like you want to combine this time with yoga or journaling or music or anything else, go right ahead. This time is for you to do what feels right for you. At the end of your half an hour session, well, roughly half an hour, I will welcome you back. I'll tell you to take a deep breath, come on back, go ahead and pop into the chat with any questions you have or any feedback you want to share, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. If you're watching this on the replay, know that Reiki is timeless. It's flowing through everyone and everything all the time. It's never created nor destroyed. It's just as easy to send it to you in the future as it is to send it to someone halfway around the world. So go ahead and enjoy whenever this happens to fit into your schedule. I hope it finds you on the right day, and I trust it will. And hello, it's good to see you. Back, neck, and jaw pain, absolutely. We have so much of that today. We have celestite, we have fluorite, we have Chevron Amethyst. Yeah, we've definitely got, and howlite, we've definitely got you covered on all of those things. I'm so sorry you're struggling with that too, but sadly you're not the only person in the chat who is. So without any further ado, let's go ahead, get started, and pop into the healing. So let's bring it back to the crystals. Boom. So as I send, I will turn the music up and I will turn the lights down. You'll notice the lights will be slowly moving through several colors. There will not be any flashing or strobing. And aw, your cat Tink is ready. Nice. Kitty knows it's Reiki time. So we're probably going to go until about 5 or 10 after the start of the hour, so about a half an hour. All you need to do is just exist. take a deep breath. If you feel like you're going to fall asleep, great. If you feel like you need to stretch, stretch. If you're thirsty, go grab some water. And that's pretty much it. So enjoy your session. It's good to see you, Sam. I'm so sorry you're in pain. I hope this helps you feel better. I hope you all enjoy your sessions. And ooh, did we vote? Both. Look at that. It's the thing that happens all the time. Whenever I'm like, do we want this or that? Almost always it's both. So we have 2 pieces of petrified wood. And 2 pieces of rutilated smoky quartz. Awesome. Yeah, for teeth and jaw pain, fluorite, celestite, Chevron Amethyst, howlite. Yeah, we are good. We are good to go. All right, get cozy and I'm about to send. Enjoy your session and I'll see you in about a half an hour. take a deep breath in and out. Slowly move, stretch, or bend. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It was an honor and a pleasure. And I hope you all are feeling so much better than when you came in. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome, Grace. It's good to see you. I hope everything's going well. So tomorrow, actually in just a few to several hours, there's going to be a bit of an alignment between the sun moving into Gemini and where Venus is, and it's going to basically make this aspect that's going to be almost like a little bit of a reprieve from the Mercury retrograde energy around communication. So if there's any communication you need to get out that's delicate or difficult or anything like that, tomorrow's the day. It's also an excellent day to check in with yourself. You're gonna expect some big bright bursts and epiphanies about things, what to do, where to go, how to do it, things that have been kind of ruminating, or if you felt kind of stuck. Tomorrow's a good day to give yourself some time to journal and reflect. Oh, you're so welcome, Susan. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much, future someone. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Karen. Oh, and thank you, Heart. Thank you, everyone. Honor and a pleasure. I feel better too. I feel better too. I'm floating on clouds myself. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty magical day. Definitely spend some time like just allowing yourself to notice what thoughts keep coming to mind. Expect like resolution ideas, a way forward to suddenly like come up. So yeah, and if you do have to have if there's been anything that's been difficult to communicate with anyone, tomorrow is a good day to have that conversation, like the best day before the end of Mercury retrograde shadow. So yeah, last weekend was very intense, and through Tuesday was very intense, and I'm glad for peace too. Oh, Susan, definitely feel better, get some rest. Future someone, as always, thank you for being here. Samantha, Karen, Grace, hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope that all of you who are struggling with pain especially find some relief. I know it's no joke. I absolutely get it. Remember that you can always take a peek through the recorded sessions, and believe me, they can be just as helpful. So feel free to go ahead and just binge on all of the previous healing, everything that you need. And I will definitely be back on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern US time. If you could, like the stream, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. But most of all, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again soon. So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end the stream, but if you have any questions, I'm right here. I'll be in the chat for just a little while. Feel free to go ahead and answer them. And as I move forward, I'm going to be doing some cool new live events and possibly some pre-recorded videos. And I'd love your guidance. So if you happen to see a survey pop up in your feed, please, if you could just take a minute if you have the time. And it'll help me to put the right things at the right time so that you can actually enjoy them. So thanks again so much, everyone. Oh, thank you so much. Just blessings to every one of you. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you Sunday evening. All right, so yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm doing well too. I look forward to catching up with you too soon, Heart. Awesome. It'll be good to see you in there, future someone. This is really growing into a great community. What an amazing bunch of folks. I'm so grateful to have all of you here. Absolutely loving this so much more than I thought I would. And thank you all for being the reason why. All of you have a beautiful, beautiful weekend, and we're going to get some community events going on in here soon too. So keep an eye out for that. Have a beautiful weekend and take care of yourselves. I hope to see you again soon. I'll be back on Sunday. And until then, have a wonderful evening.